What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wealth Not Weight. I'm your host, as always, Joe Squeeze, and today we are talking about environment and how your environment helps you become the person that you were supposed to be, helps you, lose weight and be healthy, and also helps you build wealth. Now, your environment is extraordinarily important. I talk about this a lot in my book. Your environment dictates a lot of what you have around you, your resources, your kind of mindset and your motivation. If you are somewhere and say you're working at a job and everybody around you hates what they do, they hate their life, everything sucks, and it's just dark, gloom, grayscale, nothing good ever, then you're probably not going to be motivated to get out of that situation, and you're not going to be motivated to do the right things to help you become successful in whatever successful means to you. Now, if you're around someone who's always positive and people around you who are always positive, or you're at a job that you really like and you're really passionate about, you're more motivated to find new people and talk to people because you're not all moving yourself this sort. But you're like, okay, everything's great, yeah, and it plays a big part of your mindset. And mindset, of course, is the number one thing on how to become successful in both weight loss and health, building financial success and just being a good person. Your mindset is, of course, the biggest thing for it. Your motivation. If things suck and everything's bad around you and you're just kind of like, and you're moping around, you're not motivated. You have to love what you do. You have to have a passion. Maybe things suck and it motivates you to get out of that, but it's not motivating you as a person to do better in the situation that you're in. It also dictates on the kind of people you're around. If everybody hates their job and nobody wants to talk or be friendly, or everything's horrible around them, it's doom and gloom, they're not successful, motivated people, so therefore you can't group up with them and become successful and motivated. If they don't have that mindset and they're hell-bent on just doing their job and going home because everything sucks in their life, then that's not really great for you. It also doesn't expose you to people who are already successful. Would you rather be in a room with, say, someone like Warren Buffett, or would you rather be in the room with just like a stock clerk? As far as financial success, maybe the stock clerk's the best dude in the world. I'm not saying they're not, a great person, but as far as financial success and building a business, strong chance Warren Buffett would know more and be a better person to get to know than, say, someone who's a stock clerk. Now, if you just want to, build a friend, I'm sure Warren Buffett's very busy, and a stock clerk could be a wonderful friend. It could be a great dude, or female, who knows. But it's just, the people around you and the environment plays a big part in that. If you're driving home and you see 9 McDonald's and then one place where you can get healthy food, say like a supermarket that actually has, healthy food, you're more likely to be like, oh, fuck, it's only like $4, it's late, I'm tired, let me stop and get McDonald's. That's more likely than to play a major part in your health. It's because you're tired, it's late, it's cheap, it's there, might as well get it. That's what you're saying to yourself. Whereas if you're more in an area, say, with people who are more health conscious, the people around you talking about health consciousness, and you'll learn things about that. Or you'll see a health food place, or just a decent supermarket with reasonable prices. Just say like a Walmart, or Walmart Foods, or something like that, or a small little mom and pop grocery store, again with reasonable prices. And you're like, oh, I could pick up some chicken for a decent price. I could pick up some healthy fresh food for a reasonable price. Oh, I want to cook this thing I heard somebody talking about. It's a little late, but I still got some time. Let me go grab some stuff for a reasonable price and go home and eat a nutritious meal that I made myself. I know what went into it. I know it's nutritious and it's affordable. Having that kind of situation around you is going to be a lot better. Now, a lot of people are sitting there saying, oh, I live in a big city or I live in a rural environment. Either one, I don't have that around me. This sucks. A lot of it is the environment around you. You can go out, and I guarantee you, almost everywhere in the United States. Currently, I'm not saying about other countries. I'm obviously not living in another country. I'm living in the United States. Almost everywhere in the United States has some form of healthy food that you can get to. Have healthy food that you can get access to. Now, the price on it obviously makes a difference. You may have to go a little bit more out of your way. And I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying there is available. Okay, and you may have to work a little to get to it, but you have to find that right environment. That route you take home, you're more likely to stop and get McDonald's if it's there in front of you and you're tired and hungry, versus if you plan and set yourself up. Same thing happens at home. If there's 6 things of cookies and 1 healthy snack, you're just like, all right, well, I don't want the healthy snack. I got like 9 different cookies I can choose from. Okay, I have 6 different of these options, and I have 9 different cakes I can choose from. You're more likely to choose one of the 9 cakes and the cookies because it's there, it's available. Now, if you have more healthy snacks and maybe just like 1 type of cookie, you're just like, oh, I have 15 different healthy snacks I can choose from. Oh, I really like these and these. Let me have one of these. You're more likely to eat the things that are around you. Okay, you're not going to be like, let me go to the store and pick up healthy food right now at 10 o'clock at night when I'm hungry and I have a snack. You're not going to do it. Okay, oh, it's the weekend. I want to go out with my friends. It plays another part is the people you have around you, that environment, that kind of setting that you have, that communal setting, co-workers, friends, family. If everybody's very negative or down on you all the time, it's probably not going to be, you're probably not going to be motivated to go out and do stuff. Obviously there's, giving you some form of constructive criticism, but if they're just negative and down people who just bash on you every chance they get, or they don't have any motivation, or they're not just good people, it's probably better to not hang around people who smoke and do drugs and have no motivation in life, versus the people who, don't do that kind of thing and worry about their health, worry about their finances, worry about building and becoming successful, or just, worry about being good people. And the people who want to, have that motivation to, I want to have a family one day. If that's something you want to do and you want to have a family, it's better to hang out with those kind of people than the people who don't. If you don't want to do drugs, don't hang around with people who do drugs. Okay? If you want to be healthy, hang out with people who have some form of health in mind. I'm not saying go out and be best friends with a health guru, but I'm just saying having the person who actually cares about their health. They don't eat McDonald's 9 times a day. They're just like, I'll have a salad. Or, hey, I am watching my weight. I'm getting a little bit up there. And for my health, I want to be around. I want to be able to do things. So let me do that. Hanging out with those kind of people is going to put you in a better mindset. Of course, ultimately, it's you and the decisions you're going to make and your mindset and how you feel about things. But having your environment work towards you instead of work against you is going to help you out a lot. If you have better things around you, you're more likely to make better decisions. Same thing, if you're listening to advice from people who aren't where you want to be or aren't gunning to be where you want to be, say you're not listening to a super successful business person, you want to build a business, or somebody who's working to be super successful in business. And you're talking to somebody who just, didn't have any interest in business. But let me give you your uncle who let me just give you a business idea. Or you're talking to, that third cousin who has no idea and, they maybe took one business class. And they're not like the best people to listen to and take advice. You wouldn't want to take advice from them, right? Same thing with your environment. You wouldn't want to be in an environment that's a negative advice or an environment that's not tailored to what you want to do. You're going to want to go towards those environments and then work within those environments to build yourself to where you want to be. Environment is an extremely important part of being the kind of person you want to be. It plays a huge effect on your mind and your mental state. Obviously, you're in a bad environment, it's going to be extraordinarily harder for you to be motivated. Not impossible, but extraordinarily harder. And you're going to have more resistance being motivated and wanting to be successful in whatever you want to be successful at. So you have to be in that environment, put yourself in that environment, and it will be significantly easier to be more successful. If you're around a bunch of business people, it's almost laughable, to create a successful business. If you're around people who take their health very seriously, it's going to be extraordinarily easier to be around and to be healthier with people. If you want to be around people with families and who are just happy in life or just anything in general, around people, you want to learn guitar and you're around people who know guitar, chances are it's going to be easier for you to learn guitar. Okay, I'm just saying it's easier to be in an environment. It's easier to do things and become successful at something when you're in an environment that allows you to be easily successful. If you're already not in that environment, I'm sorry, you might have to get out of it. Instead of sitting there and saying, this sucks, I'm not in that environment, you have to be like, good, now my motivation is to get the fuck out of here, get away from all this. If there's a lot of gangs or drugs or something, get away from that if that's not what you want to be around. I want to be in a nice, area and start a family with good people and just have, a decent job. If that's your goal, get away from the things that are keeping you away from that. Have your environment work towards you, not against you. So I hope you guys like this video, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.